Leader must be able to travel into an unexplored path. Leader does not travel path what others have traveled. Leader must know how to manage success and failure. You can manage a success. For example, when a first failure occurred to me, SLV3, what I learned how to manage a failure. Leader must have a courage to take decisions. Leader should have a nobility in management. Leader should be transparent in every action. Finally, leader must work with integrity and succeed with integrity. 21st century leaders, he or she should work with integrity and succeed with integrity. For sustainable growth of any organization, the important thrust will be a generation of number of creative leaders through nurturing the talent, promoting innovation in every sector, and R&D leading to patents. Emergence of such leaders particularly will facilitate global competitiveness and help in transforming any nation as a knowledge society. So my greeting and best wishes to all the members of Mega Group of institution success in their mission of becoming societal transformers of the region. Now, dear students, I have oath for you, for all young fellows. Will you take oath? Yes or no? Technology, technology is a lifetime mission. I will work and succeed. Wherever I am, a thought will always come to my mind. That is, what process or product I can innovate, invent, or discover. I will always remember, let not my winged days be spent in vain. I realize I have to set a technological goal that will lead me to think high, work, persevere, realize that goal. My greatest friends will be great scientific and technological minds, great teachers, and great books. I firmly believe no problem can defeat me. I will become captain of the problem, defeat the problem, and succeed. I will work and work, removing the problem faced by the citizen of planet Earth in the areas of water, energy, habitat, waste management, environment, through the application of science and technology. My national flag, my national flag flies in my heart, and I will bring glory to my nation. So with these friends, I would like to congratulate all of you for your career. Wish you all the best. God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Kalam, for those inspiring words. Friends, understanding that we are born to fly and not to crawl.
Mr. Avichal Kapoor.
So
Now,
we have a
friends,
bunch.
I can take questions up to 5 questions, okay? 5 questions. Anyone can ask, okay? Anyone. Not nominated guys. Anybody last stroke or not?
Yes.
Last stroke. You start with last stroke, okay? Okay. Okay.
Can we have the mics?
Yes? Start the question.
Good evening, sir.
Uh,
Do you think in future...
where are you?
Good evening.
Which
Do-
class you are studying?
In 10th standard.
Eh?
10th standard.
Next year, what subject you will take?
Science.
Good girl you are. Okay. Okay.
My question is, do you think in future technology will replace teachers?
Technology?
Will replace teachers?
Well, never. Never. Technology cannot replace teacher. Okay. See, I had a teacher when I was a young fellow. Okay. When I was a 10-year boy, 5th class. When the teacher enters in the classroom, he was radiating knowledge. He was radiating, and he was radiating purity of life. Okay? He was radiating purity of life and radiating the knowledge. Can book can do that? Can technology can do that? Only three-dimensional being can do that. Okay? Yes. Yes, get up, get up.
The
Get
next
up, that guy.
question.
Yes, yes. Ask questions. Give a mic to that fellow.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I read your book, Ignited Minds, and you had said that you should dream because dreams may come true. I just wanted to ask you, how will you advise us to map our dreams versus reality in life?
Well, I personally believe, see, a dream is nothing but you have to aim in life. When you are reach a 15 years boy or girl, you should know what should be your mission in life. Will it become an engineer, a doctor, or a manager, or a great human being, or the expert in a field? If you have a dream, if you have a aim in life, that will lead you to acquisition of knowledge. Great books, great teachers you will come into contact. That will lead you to hard work. That will lead you, when the problem comes, you become the captain of the problem, defeat the problem, and succeed. All these three things will happen if you have an aim in life at correct time. Understood? Okay? Okay. Next question. Yes, yes. Get up, get up. Tie fellow, tie fellow, tie fellow. Yes. Your mic, mic. The tie fellow, give a mic.
Good evening, sir. Sir, my question for you is, the 2008 Chandrayaan mission. Sir, the vision for the moon impact probe, sir. How did it occur to you, sir?
Well, that is ISRO has thought of that program. Now, so Chandrayaan program, first time after 50 years of space research, located, there is a possibility of water traces in moon. Now, so many proof has come. There are number of spots in moon that water availability. So Chandrayaan, one of the innovation, Indian innovation is, of course, is a joint work of NASA and ISRO. These two nations work together. After 50 years of space research, we discovered presence of water in the moon. It's a great important information. Okay? This side. No question. Yes, yes. Get up. Yes.
Good evening, sir. My question for you is,
Which class you are studying?
I'm in Polytechnic final year.
In which polytechnic?
What, sir?
Mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, or
Electronics engineering.
what? Electronic. Okay.
As we all know, your dearest dream of becoming a fighter pilot, in which you couldn't succeed, as you banked the 9th position, whereas only 8 slots were vacant. Did you completely lose hope, or did you see in a brighter way?
Well, it is true. It was a big disappointment where you go for an interview and you have not been selected what you dreamt. But definitely the problem did not defeat me. I became a aeronautical engineer, started building number of products. I started building my own hovercraft, flew the hovercraft, build the missiles, build the rockets which will put the satellite in the orbit. So even though I could not fly, I did lot of flying objects, flying systems. And also when I became the President of India, he's the Supreme Commander, one day I flew Su-30 aircraft also. Okay. Of course, after a lot of training, they gave me a lot of training before I took the aircraft for flight. Okay, friends? Yes?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I am Parimal Joshi, BE second year, Electronics and Telecommunication Department.
Yes.
Sir, my question is, what is needed to make India as innovation hub of the world?
In what
And
hub?
what-
hub?
What is needed to make India as innovation hub of the world?
Innovation.
Hub.
Ah.
What can be done to make it happen?
Well, innovation hub means young people have to be innovators, okay? The higher the innovation for young people is generated, then innovation hub will grow. So every student today, you can ask yourself, you ask a question, what I can innovate. That's why, when I was a young boy, engineering class, I was given a job of low-level attack aircraft design. You have been given a great mission when you was a young boy to design an aircraft. Such type of innovative work should be in the classrooms through projects, number of projects, together, number of team members work together to innovative projects, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes, next one. Yes, girl. Yes. Next one, boy. Yes.
Good evening, sir. So my question is, what was your source of inspiration? And there are times when we get disheartened. So what should be that one thought which keeps us from that
What is the source of inspiration?
inspiration?
Well, for me, the source of inspiration, one day when I was a 10-year boy, I had a teacher, Siva Subramania Iyer, 5th class teacher. He went to blackboard, he started telling us how a bird fly. Put a sketch of a bird, wing and tail and nose, started explaining and took us the seashore, explaining how a bird fly. That day, not only I understood how a bird fly, he gave a aim in life, in my life. That is, on that day I decided my life's going to be something with flight. So I took physics, then I took aeronautical engineering, I became a rocket engineer, became a space technologies and started flying because of my teacher. Understood? Yes. Yes. You can ask the question. Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, as you told that you have
No,
complete-
what class you are studying?
Sir, I'm in BE, sir, second year mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Sir, as you told that you completed your graduation in 1950, sir, am I right? 1950 to 1960, sir. At that time, you told that very less students may be there in your class, at least 15 or 20 in your one branch, sir. But at this time, sir, in 2013, first I completed, sir, my diploma from GP Nagpur, sir, Government Polytechnic Nagpur, and then I'm here. Sir, now we are having approximately about 85 students in our class, sir, in mechanical engineering one section.
Where? Which? Mechanical engineering class?
Yes, sir. In one class, sir.
Or polytechnic?
No, sir, in BE, sir.
BE.
So
Okay.
my question to you, sir, that apart from 1950 to 2013, the number of engineers, sir, and the students has increased, sir, but still we are lacking in what economy we should have or what development we should have, sir? Is it not the type of education we are getting is responsible for that? Sir, because truly speaking, sir, what I have been studying till now is all about theoretical, no practical knowledge, sir, and which is very much important, sir. So what suggestion would you like to give, sir, today to just change this education environment?
I have already given the suggestion. You see, what we need by 2020, one of the major requirement going to be the power generation by solar power. Okay, the challenges how to generate solar power, how to build microgrid, how to transmit that one. Number one. Number two, water missions. Minimum water, maximum demand. We have to smart water gridway we have to build. So you will find two great missions going to come for the young people, for millions of young people. One is the solar power grid, solar power generation, wind power generation, and nuclear power generation. The another will be smart water gridway for the whole country we have to generate. These two will employ all the engineers and which are being generated by polytechnics and the engineering colleges of this country. Okay? Okay, friends, wish you all the best and greetings to all of you.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring and encouraging words. Our hearts are filled with happiness which cannot be expressed in words. We take this opportunity to express our gratitude and happiness in the form of a small memento. And to present this to Dr. Kalam, may I request our chairman, Honorable Shri Dattaji Meghe. Thank you, sir. Gauri Lambi, a second-year Electronics and Telecommunication Department student, has made a pencil sketch of Dr. Kalam, and she would like to present it to sir. So I call on Gauri Lambi. Thank you, sir. To felicitate Vice Chancellor, RTMNU, Dr. Vilas Sapkal, may I call upon Shri Sagarji Meghe. May I now call upon the CEO of Meghe Group of Institutions, Mr. Avichal Kapoor, to propose the vote of thanks.
It is a great honor and privilege for me to be called upon to propose vote of thanks. Our long-pending desire has been fulfilled today with the presence of His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the name that calls for respect, simplicity, and scientific magnanimity. Sir, we are blessed, privileged, and honored to have you here as a role model under Role Model Interaction Initiative of the MGI. I am sure the messages that you have imparted today shall stay alive in the hearts and minds of each and every person attending today's event. I am also sure that young students present here will act on your message and will contribute to fulfilling your dream and vision of making India a superpower and a developed nation by 2020. The guidance, the advice, and the direction provided by you on how to remain connected with society, especially the rural India, and work for its development will certainly motivate students to become good human beings, successful individuals, and to ensure reduced urban-rural divide. I am thankful to you, sir, for sparing your valuable time and making it convenient to come all the way to interact and to motivate young and brilliant minds of the country. On behalf of one and all from MGI, I assure you, sir, that no stone will be left unturned in the journey of attaining academic excellence, with emphasis on innovation, creativity, multidisciplinary initiative, especially system design, system development, system integration, to ensure that our graduates in real sense becomes globally competent and locally relevant. We would also like to thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor of RTM Nagpur University, Dr. Vilas Sapkar, for his continuous support and for gracing today's occasion. We are also thankful to the media for an extensive coverage of this event. I express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Chairman Shri Dattaji Meghe, authorities of MGI, directors, principals, and faculty members for their encouragement and support. A very big thank to dear students from schools, polytechnic and engineering institutions for actively participating in the project competition, as well as interaction with the Honorable Kalam sir. I thank all our honored guests present here for being with us today. Finally,